Hello, my name is Kelly, and I'm here to talk about my spiritual practices. Before we move forward, I would like to go through a disclaimer. Although I am a doctor of education, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or how to live your life. I'm simply offering what I do because more people want to know about my personal practices more than I expected. When appropriate, make sure to consult a doctor of medicine and your own common sense as to what would be right for you. So, first of all, I would like to go through a brief introduction of myself. I'm a certified educator, consultant, researcher, insurance associate, mentor, and author. I have my own business for education and finance known as How to Improve Problem Solving Skills. I do 1099 work for various individuals and organizations who need my help. I have a doctorate in curriculum and instruction. I also have degrees in middle grades education, specifically in the areas of language arts and math. I live in the USA with my mom, completely single, no kids, no pets, just a nice peace of mind. I am a Christian, but I like to explore ideas within other religions and paradigms because I think it's essential in order to strengthen my faith to see what's out there and question my beliefs. So let's get into talking about the general communication methods that one can use spiritually. Well, in language arts, I learned that there are 6 general methods of communication. So 3 are on the left, 3 are on the right. One side, you use these methods to receive information, and the other side, you use these methods to produce something. These can be completed independently or simultaneously. So you could listen to someone speaking, you could view something like an illustration, you can demonstrate something like reading to a person or a group of people, or they can be separate. So it is really a dynamic process of communication that one has to choose from. General definitions, these are from Merriam-Webster, online, but just to give you a brief idea of what we're referring to here. Reading, which would be a particular interpretation or performance of something. Writing, the act of forming and composing words, characters, and works. Listening, to pay attention to sound and other considerations, usually through hearing. Speaking is to give or to talk or give speeches. Viewing is an act of seeing, watching, or taking a look. Illustrating is to provide explanation through visual features, examples, or instances. So those are just basic definitions of the 6 methods of communication. So here we go. I want to just briefly go through each thing, basically outlining what I do. So I read. I prefer to read a variety of sources aloud or silently. These could be electronic books, or they could be, some a hard copy flyer, or just something that a pamphlet. It doesn't really matter really the source. It's about what I would like to read. So I do have a topic in mind going in, usually. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm just roaming around various things like my books or the internet or something, and I find maybe an article I'm interested in, or I find a free Kindle book or something on Amazon. So it's just different things. It's possible to try and read people's intentions as well. You read between the lines with that written work and what people say. Body language and actions can be read, so reading can have different approaches to it. And online and hard copy for me are not the same thing. I usually retain information better if I have a hard copy and I'm working online. The more variety I have, the better. So I Right. I write by hand on software, on social media, whenever the mood strikes me. I love to journal. I love to, just write whatever comes to my mind. I might have an idea, jot it down real quick, I create and review written works. So these could be spiritual in nature or professional, but I do take the time to look over different things. Sometimes I will feel moved to create spiritual works. So it could be a prayer, it could be a poem, could be any kind of thing that I can connect to God or to Dionysus or to any kind of deity that I feel moved to express myself to. I liked writing about my dreams also. I dream frequently, so when I get up, I will jot something down on a notepad or I will email a friend about what happened. And I do automatic writing scripts, which is generally a good exercise for me. At first, I was uncomfortable about automatic writing, but well, I figured I would try it out more, and it really has helped me get a little more clarity about, certain things, about just things that are just running through unconsciously and about me or about, just any spiritual topic in general. You just see what flows and you go, from there. I listen. I had to learn to listen when I was younger. I really prefer to talk to the point where people had to shut me up because I talk so much. I often listen to experts and non-experts, so I like to get a lot of different opinions on meditating or just any kind of thing, mental health, spiritual awareness. You know, what I listen to depends on what I would like to do. So obviously, if I'm looking up something about dancing, I'm going to be going through and searching resources on that, or if I want more resources about improving personal life, family life, the dynamics of socializing with other people, um, taking relaxing vacations and what that does, and how often I should take breaks on my work. It just depends on what I'd like to do. I speak. I like to speak when I actually feel it's important, when it's something necessary for me, when it's something important for me to do. I like to say something. Usually, I like to listen more so. I get a lot more out of listening, but when I do need to talk, I will talk. And yeah, I tend to be more social with people I know, but sometimes I tell more to strangers because they're more impartial. So if I have a problem and somebody just randomly, like let's say from a social media, just asks me, "Oh, how are you doing today?" Because that happens. I'll be like, "Well, something happened. I'm not feeling too well." And even though they're strangers, sometimes strangers can give you unbiased perspective that you really need. Sometimes it's more narrow, sometimes it's not, but you never know, right? So I use prayer as a way to communicate with forces beyond me. It's a common way to do something. It's very like it's very easy, I can just talk or I can just write down feelings or requests or whatever it is that's going on and what problems I have. And if I feel like it's too overwhelming to me, then I'll just speak to the universe. I'll just speak to someone who I feel would be good in that area. And that would help me, And I'm not the type who is like, I have to stick to this person or else. I mean, yes, I do have, like God's first for me, being a Christian, but I also do consult other deities, and I'll be like, well, I need to look up this person or this deity or this entity or whatever because I need to know more about a particular topic because I don't know enough about it. So if that particular entity or whatever helps me get better clarity so that I can improve my relationship with God and the universe, then that is cool with me. that's helping God. That's a good thing. Okay, that's how I view it. Not everybody views it like that, but that's how I view it. Also, I view TV video images for personal and professional reasons. I mean, I game a lot, and I'll collect cards with different figures on it, and might refer to people or deities or someone that looks similar to maybe someone that I've heard in mythology or something. And okay, well, I might want to look up a little more about them because I've seen different images on TV or in different media about them, and maybe I can learn something. I mean, I don't have to become them. I don't have to idolize them because, I don't do that, but I can learn. I may have daydreams and visualizations, by the way, because, it's just a natural part of being human. And I use those to, have more clarity and awareness and to expand my imagination and my capabilities with that, because you always have to have a good imagination and you always have to have like an open mind available. So if I need healing about a traumatic situation, I can, instead of throwing things or acting out, kicking things, I can visualize a scenario of how I want it to play out and then get some good feedback within myself and within the setting I create and see how that can be healing. I also participate in goal-based meditation, so I'll have some kind of goal. I'll have some type of I want to rest. I want to be healing, so I'll focus on a particular area, like if my legs hurt, I'll focus on my legs, something like that. And I'll have a goal-based meditation, just focusing on the healing or focusing on relaxing. When I sleep, I often view dreams. So not only do I participate in them, but I also I'm like disassociated, I'm distant from it. So I have like a different point of view with it. I illustrate, obviously. Illustrating can be drawing or demonstration. So I dance and walk for exercise. Dancing is very fun for me. I walk because I need to walk. Yeah, and if I have to have a regular exercise routine. If not, it does affect me health-wise. So, I like to keep regular about that. I like to draw for personal fun. Not often, but, enough to say, oh yeah, like I know how to draw. I know how to draw, but I'm no famous painter or anything. I have designed images for professional reasons and also to play around with some personal stuff. But yeah, I have been a designer of templates. My life is an example of a spiritual journey. So overall, I feel like my life is about the spirituality. So anything that I do, personally or professionally, ties back to my spirituality, the person I am within myself, that core energy of who I am. That's not going anywhere. No matter what I do, that's not going anywhere. That takes priority. And so that was just a brief overview and explanation of the different things that I've done, spiritually speaking. So what you might want to do is say what you learned. So you can contact me at kcdreger@valdosta.edu or keldreg88@gmail.com and let me know some of the things that you've learned. You can list at least 4 facts. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. You can just do this for a personal thing, and that's great. I just hope that you have learned something about this, and I thank you for listening to what I have to say. The design is free from Microsoft, so anybody can use it. And so just have a great day and make sure to keep practicing whatever you practice in a great way that improves yourself over time. Thank you.